Vocal Dialect, we are live in the building. I'm Knowledge Born 7. We have Kinwato Akil. We also have Shaka Sankofa. Today's topic, we're going to be speaking about post-election disorder. So we're going to talk about the this disruptness and social unrest occurring after the election. You know, typically these things happen from disputed results, allegations, or sometimes some form of fraud or perception, or somebody being treated unfairly. Now, oftentimes this includes protests publicly, but right now we're dealing with social media. So you have different things happening for social media with their little protests as well as demonstrations. And then sometimes you're going to be dealing with people who are going to have their opinions and other things are going to be taking place, especially when 47, which won 2024 presidency, is starting to make his move and pick his cabinet, so on and so forth. So many people are very disrupted right now. One, because of the tariffs. We're going to be speaking about that as well. Not just only that, though, we're also going to be speaking about the things that's going on in today's society for people who have chosen 47 in 2024, who's definitely going to have some problems in the near future because he's making a lot of changes and he's also going to be cutting out a lot of things. And he has not even been transferred full power yet. So post-election disorder, we're going to get right into it. It's going to be a lot of clashes. A lot of people who voted for 47 in 2024 is going to be very upset with things that is going to come. A lot of job layoffs is already happening right now. And not just that, in the private sector, they're making a lot of changes as far as how they handle us as citizens being up under the Corporation of the United States of America. So powerful topic we're gonna be dealing with, and we're gonna get it governed and we're gonna get to the streets of it as well. Post-election disorder. How y'all doing today, my brothers? What's going on?
Peace, brother. Going on, brother Knowledge. How you be, brother, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. So what do you guys see, so on and so forth? You know, 47 is one in 2024, and it's going down. What we gonna do?
What we gonna do? We gonna keep. I mean, we're doing what we've been doing. Keep striving to survive, man. Ain't nothing gonna change.
Okay.
But I don't know. Well, I've always seen the results of these so-called elections. You know, nothing has ever worked in our favor. And so this is a lesson that we should gravely learn from in terms of how this whole process, it appears that it was somewhat of a ploy and a plot to once again to split up and divide us as a people, because we're so drama based and so much in denial about the system of racism, white supremacy, that you have sisters wanting to blame black men for not voting when 82% of black men voted Democrat. And see what the denial is in this whole process, which generates this confusion, is that this feminist movement created by white females, that when it was time to vote, they had their hands up Democratic, but they voted Republican. And so instead of our sisters primarily and specifically, and these paid jigaboos, the boule, all the people that got paid to push that agenda, this failed agenda, want to point the blame at one another once again, and the majority of white women voted Republican, even though they had their hands up yelling Democrat. It was just another civil rights hoax that's gone bad. That's all. That's what this whole plot is. But at the end, we look at the end result. It leaves the people that supposedly be Democrats. They're supposed to be traumatized, and so it's so easy to blame, your own reflection. So it's black men's fault. And then these sisters are talking about they wish the worst of black men if the police start eliminating and unaliving black men. Don't come to them, they be glad. But I want them to keep that same smoke. And for you sisters that have that are watching this, that have that type of smoke and that type of disdain towards black men, that you want to blame for a process that didn't work in your favor, along with the simp, wimp, punks, the boule, all these different gatekeepers that were paid in these so-called black organizations. The things didn't go in their favor. Keep that same smoke. When the police, God forbid, does that to your son or your grandson, keep that same smoke. Don't look for us in the whirlwind. Period. And this is played on the psyche of our people. Our people are actually distraught. They're actually distraught about somebody that they don't know, somebody that told them that it wasn't going to do nothing for them. Somebody that's not even their ethnic group. Somebody who is a bad example of a black representation in terms of a family dynamic. That they're actually traumatized behind this. And so now Trump is the only devil on the planet. He's the only white devil now. He's the only white devil. And everybody else gets to pass. And that's why I say it's just another ploy and a plot and a script to use as a divide and conquer tactic in which, our people are going for a hook, line, and sinker. Because if you look at, all the beta males that rode the dummy crap bus, Luke, Plies, Sharpton, Jakes, Barkley, Hughley, Harvey, Franklin. The list goes the list is endless in terms of the misrepresentation of black men. And so that's basically the mental damage and emotional damage that our people are dealing with, once again under an illusion that losing their mind and crying and boo-hooing for something that doesn't benefit us as a people. And I'm not going to say... Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. You're right. It never benefit us. Not at all.
No. Either one is not going to benefit us.
No.
Because we've been so conditioned to look for the easy way out. We're conditioned as long as they don't take welfare away. Long as they keep the food stamps pumping, long as they keep the drugs and the alcohol in the community, long as we keep being the biggest consumers with no equity, no land, no nothing, not a stake in the system whatsoever. But we ensure that everybody else, are major players, on our land. With our hard-earned currency and finances and resources. Our people are so have gotten so conditioned to trifling this that they don't want to come up.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to come up,
Yeah.
because they don't want to work. They don't want to get out here and grind.
Nope.
And individualism is going to be, that's the dominating factor that's going to be the contributing cause of our demise as a people. Individualism, selfishness, laziness, government dependency, which is another addiction. It should be categorized with crack cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, with substance abuse, drug addiction. It should be government addiction. Because this is where we at. We are so dependent on on sucking the government's tit, that they can program us into following any agenda that they push. And along with the media that reinforces that. And see, what people don't understand, white media don't hate the Republicans and don't hate Trump. It's their job to push an agenda.
Exactly.
To keep us in this sub-level thinking, to keep us in a low vibrational mindset, to be dependent upon the government, to once again have this high level and high frequency of despisement towards our own reflections. And until, because let me just say this. When we look at the polls, these people already knew that this man was going to win. Look at all the states that it was really a slaughter in terms of an election. It was an annihilation where you not only win the country, but you dominate the House, the Senate, and the floor. That was a slaughter. And these people knew this. But in order to keep us at odds with each other, they'll make it seem like just keep hope alive bullshit, and our people have failed for it. You actually have people sleeping on couches, married couples, the man sleeping on the couch, living off noodles and goddamn microwave popcorn based on the fact that he voted one way and she voted the other way.
Yeah, there's a lot of turmoil.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, man, this is how deep the psychosis is on this. Yes. It is deeper than what people think, man.
Yes, it's very deep.
Look at the people and the organizations who were pushing this Democrat. These are people who are in fraternities, sororities, these so-called black organizations, black clergy, entertainers, athletes, actors. These are people that, and then you have the political realm. These are people who are already established and have already gotten the crumbs. They've gotten the giblets and the niblets, and they were paid to push these agendas. And so when now things is not going the other way, there is a possibility that bowl of chitlins and the cornbread might be taken off the table. They're having fits now. They're going through all these psychoses. We ain't nothing, and actually, it's another tactic to give the Klan and all these white supremacist groups permission to slaughter black men. Because if I'm a Klansman or I'm an Aryan or I'm a white supremacist group, and I see that there's diversion, that the black man's woman is not even with him, it's open season. Let's go tear their asses up. You know what I'm saying? And the distraught and the mental disorder and the mental discomfort that our people are dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say this. A lot of things have been happening on social media. Social media presence has been sending out its messages. One thing, someone posted a video of Europeans having whip lessons. And then right after that, in that same video, they posted black people swinging white chairs. So, so it's a lot of things that's going on that's comical in a sense. But I will say this: it's not going to be what they think. Excuse my French when I say this, and a lot of black people are saying this. Fuck around and find out. Believe it or not. Two more videos I saw posted. European laid flat down in the grass, knocked out by a black person because he has approached him and said, "Oh, when I become your master, I'm gonna be a nice master to you." See, the empowerment, the empowerment of racism. This is what he promotes, and this is part of his agenda psychologically, because he feels as if he can reach them psychologically, then he'll get their vote. But at the same time of reaching these particular voters to come out and vote for him, then they have put him on this situation where they are empowered by him. A lot of emotional things have happened. I also seen as well on social media, European women saying they wearing blue bracelets. Something about blue bracelets saying that they voted, I guess voted blue or whatever. So social media has been talking. The world is going to continue to talk. There are many layoffs because of these upcoming tariffs, which he is going to do, going to enforce. A lot of focus is on his particular cabinet that he has been putting together. He is ranking number one. I'm talking about 47, ranking number one as far as social media news and social media presence, and the commotion is going to escalate. We're still being fed misinformation, and those who speak truth to power are still being called conspiracy theorists, or in a sense that we are sensitive and emotional. That may be true to some extent, and for us as of people being sensitive and emotional, because they promote to us only through our lower chakras, only through our lower chakras. That's how they promote to us and get us and keep us attentive to the bull. One is unity. Two, dealing with this emotion, this being so emotional, as Brother Shaka has said, we were so emotional of a person we never met. We saw this person, we saw some form of agenda, we saw some form of policies. This person was on TV, talking about collard greens, fried chicken, line dancing, all this type of stuff. Right. What they doing. We got certain entertainers at this particular person rally. We got everybody speaking for this particular person. But one thing is for sure, with 47, Elon Musk gave him 118 million. Timothy Mellon, 140 million. Energy and real estate sectors, they gave him, I think, 20 million. Laura and Isaac Foundation, 5 million. It doesn't matter what was happening anyway. Surely he was equipped to win. This is just it. All these commercials running, all the tensions going high, talking about putting us back in chains. Fuck around and find out.
Right.
That's right. That's the whole move right now. And as a result of this, we still have not got nothing for our vote. We have never got nothing for our vote. Steve Harvey, what did he say? Oh, just vote right now.
He got paid though. He got paid.
Another thing, the two separate parties, have been paying people interviews, pushing certain agendas, and it's really sickening. I do apologize. Shout out to Mother. How you doing, Mother? We supposed to address
Mom Earth. What's happening, Mom Earth?
Oh, hello. I'm sorry I was late. I ran in here because I had to get myself together to be on with my brothers. Yeah, I just wanted to say that if we really pay attention, we'll see what agenda that they thought was hidden. It was all of this is meant to divide and to make people afraid and to that instilling fear. Those Caucasians are something else when it comes to instilling fear, because that's the damage that we had to grow up on, with our ancestors being fearful to even vote, being fearful to read a book, being fearful to even to walk down a street by themselves. So they instill fear, and that fear tactic is still going on. People
Mm-hmm.
are afraid. They're afraid they're not going to be able to feed their families. They're afraid that they're not going to be able to sustain in this world. It's fear tactics, and fear has a way of separating people. People were afraid during COVID. You can't come in my house unless you get the COVID vaccine. Fear, the tactic of fear is out here, and that's what they're using. But we can also look at what's going on out here so that we can properly prepare. We can see just exactly where people's mentality is and see just who's going to have our back. Your very own is knowing who we are and the stance that we take. Our next door neighbor is going to make that phone call and saying they wanted them. They wanted them revolutionaries. They wanted them
Yeah,
folks. They're going
yeah.
to tell you, even your family members in your home, fear,
Yeah.
scared. They're going to call up on you. So we have to look at the events and the occurrences that are happening today so that we can properly prepare for tomorrow.
You know what? I call us the rapid respond team. One thing about us, we on here every week. Shaka's on here twice a week. Are you on twice a week or 3 times a week? Twice a week?
Time.
Three
How many
times.
times? 3 times a
Yeah,
week.
3 times. Yeah.
Not just only that though, the brothers, we have conversations. Sometimes sisters be on the phone with us too though. We keep each other informed. We look out for each other. And by all means, I do consider us a rapid response team. When people say negative things, we bring light to that situation. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell people about fear. Fear is only false evidence appearing real, because
I say.
we lack in so many things as far as in media. When I mean media, I'm talking about multi-ethnic destruction in America, maniac European devils in action. When I say we lacking in that area, because we cannot fact check everything. We catching
Mm-hmm.
everything pretty much through Black Twitter. We catching everything through social media and us calling each other on the phone. One
Mm-hmm.
thing about social media and having them smartphones in your hand, the Android and the iPhones, it's a gift and a curse. But we have to learn how to use these things to our advantage,
Exactly.
to keep us
Exactly.
informed and to keep us aware. We can't no longer sit on our hands, because as we can see, when COVID happened, we still was doing our thing. But like Mother Earth said, some of us was willing to turn each other in. They were, if the man coming up, we was in the classroom, they'll raise their hand. He didn't get no shot today, and we got to stop acting like that. We got to shift gears and unify. That's the main thing. Shift gears and unify. It's predicted in 2050 the black man will have no wealth at all, will have no income. Ice Cube has already said the black man owns less than 1% of the world's wealth. We have to take all the things into consideration. And there's still a lot of land that's for sale that us as a people can go out and acquire and do something. We need assets. We need assets. And I'm not just saying that to be saying that. Don't forget, we still have a lot of poor areas that we can go and inhabit and take over. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people have not taken over these particular areas, even though they gentrifying everything. We have to think, and we have to also transform. We have to keep ourselves aware and transform. And one thing Shaka said I like was the the confusion. There's always been a level of confusion that has been kept up amongst the black folks.
Mhm.
Always a level of confusion. There is
That's
no
on
way.
purpose.
Yeah, that's on purpose. There is no way we should be disgruntled with each other. We don't get nothing for these votes. I understand we got to keep certain policies and certain things into play, vote locally. I get all of that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I did some research. We never controlled the whole flow. Pretty last time we controlled the whole flow was during I think the Reconstruction era. That was in the 1800s. After we lost that, that was it. So
Hmm.
we never got nothing for the votes. Now during the 1800s, we might have got some things for the votes. It's a lot of different rebellions that took place. a lot of different massacres took place, as well as a lot of different things that were passed as far as different acts that was pointing to us having some form of equality. That's simple as that. But I'm gonna say this though: if we don't unify, if we don't do what we have to do and get some form of assets, we're gonna be in serious trouble. It's time out for us. It's time out for them giving us Shakespeare's play, and we go to it and we be a part of it, and we get nothing from it. Because once we stop getting something from it, we're gonna have a problem, because that's go our survival. And then we didn't have no fight in the game, and on top of that, they automatically they want to kill black people. But be mad at yourself. Look at the results, look at the outcome, and look who supported this particular person, 47. Look who came to his rescue, and then be mad at them.
Listen, okay. I have been for 3 years going to the community, going to organizations, telling them how necessary it is for them to get their HQL license to carry, and find a black farmer. Talk to the black farmers, see if we can collaborate with them. So we had one. That brother was all in. And I went out there. I had a massive meeting in the community for people to come together and help him build his farm into a safe area. It was like maybe 7 people there. And I was really really disappointed, but then it keeps coming to me that not everybody is going to go. We don't want everybody. We don't want, because those everybody that we're reaching out to, they ain't going to stand up on that and protect that land. How would they protect the land if they don't know how to protect it? They don't know how to shoot a gun. They don't know how to pull a bow and arrow. They don't know how, and neither are they interested. But if you tell them go, I'm not going to go vote, they want to damn near jumping down your throat because you don't want to participate in this system of things, this system of lies. And I'm telling them, y'all don't have no guns, y'all ain't got no farming skills, y'all ain't got no house building skills. How in the hell you think you're going to be able to survive in a world that the economy is gone? It's about to be done. And people are just not getting it. It irritates the hell out of me when I'm hearing black people talking about this big future that they plan on going and getting all this money. And I'm saying, y'all don't understand that they're changing the monetary system to digital currency?
Yeah.
You don't understand that Elon Musk has bought all of this property and causing the food to be genetically modified. If you don't have any growing skills, you don't know how to operate a farm, you want to eat this shit that they give you that's going to cause cancer, cause your arteries to harden, whatever. And they not just putting food out there as GMO, but it's GMO stuff that's going to kill you. They made in the Simpsons cartoon. I keep hearing how on point the Simpsons is. Somebody knows something that be creating that content, because they had all types of things that are happening today. Even when Trump was voted in, him coming down the escalator, and he came down the escalator when he was running for presidency the first time. Somebody knows something, so they putting it right in your face, because not us, but them. Our people out here, they rather be entertained. The whole conversation is about Diddy, and I said that he ain't doing nothing that ain't nobody knew what he was doing. Now everybody coming out the woodwork because now they wanted all to absorb your attention, to take your mind off of what other stuff that's happening. Now, if they don't listen to us, then it ain't our fault. We can't carry that weight. We just got to giddy up and go and take care of each other. If they want to be out here, but I bet you what, they can't. I tell people, Noah Ark to me is a metaphor. Well, they can bang on this door, they can come and try to find us if they can. They not going to find us, and if they do, you can't get in, because you should have came when we was telling you about it.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, hey, before you start, let me give a shout out to the people that's on the feed, Brother Shaka, General Shaka Sankofa, Marie Sullivan, peace, Peace. We have Christopher DeWitt from the Street Life Soldier. Peace, Black Power, brother. We have Veronica Coy. Peace, sister. Peace, goddess. We got who else? We got Bernard Expressions. We got the sister Netta Bees. We got a brother Obasi. What's up, brother Obasi? Peace and power, brother, man. And we got the sister Nisa Sabaz. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button that y'all come in. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. All right.
So, what I wanted to add on to what Mom Earth was saying is that, you know, how the emergency preparedness mindset in the Black community is almost extinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
And once again, when you talk about this election, now you don't hear anything from the Democrats. I'm talking about the politicians. Now, this woman made $1 billion, not 100 million.
Really?
1 billion is 1,000 million. She got that in like a couple of months.
Yeah.
And she didn't spend all of that campaigning.
Yeah.
A lot of people, we so caught up in our emotions about this shit, man, that we miss out on everything. We miss out on everything. You know, the 300 trucks, FEMA trucks that are gone to Detroit. 350 trailers gone to Detroit. Now, Trump wasn't involved in this. He's not even the president yet, so he couldn't even make a call like that. So a lot of this stuff was already in place. Haiti, the airplanes, Spirit airplanes that was shot up. Because the U.S. had plans, and this was at Toussaint L'Ouverture's airport. The reason for that, because the U.S., Haiti has that, what you call it? It's called uranium.
Meteorite.
Yeah, but it's uranium. That's a some type of soil.
Yeah, they coat the airplanes with them. You're right.
Yeah, and spacecraft, and spacecraft that keeps the spaceships from catching on fire and overheating. Now that stuff is $45 billion a ton, and they got mountains of it. They have mountains of it, and then so why is Haiti? I think it's the third or fourth largest U.S. embassy on the planet. Why is it in Haiti? Then you have U.S. troops. You have civilian armies, and then you got Haiti sellouts dressed up in United Nations gear, digging and getting that soil. This is why the people, the rebels, the revolutionaries were shooting at them planes. But see, they're not going to tell you that. All they say is Haitian gangs shot the planes down like, they didn't have nothing else to do. Those brothers and sisters had already came up with a strategic plan to stop Haiti stop that land that our ancestors' blood was shed on, which is the only country that that was liberated from physical chattel slavery in 1804. This is why they're so mad, and they send these earthquakes in Haiti. But they'll push the agenda and have our people over here, have these dummies over here siding with these globalists over here, and turn our people against the Haitians. You remember when they tried to cross the border? See, everybody else was okay when they ran across water and jumped walls and all this shit. But when the Haitians done it, it looked like a scene from Gunsmoke. They were on horses with ropes lassoing them brothers and sisters. A lot of hundreds of babies drowned. Hundreds of men, women, and children and babies literally drowned in that ocean. But they don't talk about this because we're so busy wanting to be entertained. And the ancestors and the Most High, you know, I know this for a fact that the ancestors are up to their necks as far as being pissed off at our people for how we sell out, you know, and what we do, how we throw our own people under the bus, you know, especially with this situation. You know, our people are mad. You got people that are mad at us because we won't allow them to throw us under the bus. They're actually mad because you won't let them push you in front of a train. You know, so the FEMA, once again, going back to the FEMA trucks, in which I talked about in 2005 when they had 500,000 coffin liners in Madison, Georgia on the side of the highway. You don't think that those liners weren't put there for nothing?
Yeah, for that reason.
Yeah. You know, and see, since that little pandemic, scandemic didn't go as planned, you know, they got to come up with something else now. That's why they never fixed the water in Flint, Michigan. They never done anything to the water in Flint. All this stuff is choreographed. All this stuff is scripted. You know, Kamala Harris walks off as a damn near billionaire. She didn't pay Usher and Meg Thee Stallion and all them. You got the worst of us in terms of black representation. You know, you got the lowest vibrational sister to twerk, campaigning.
Right.
You know, then you got a trailer park, hillbilly, pill popping, junkie, Eminem. You got a cross-dressing, switch-hitting punk, Usher. You got all this misrepresentation of who we are as a people. You know, and then they get mad because we don't follow suit with this. Right. We're not going along with the program. And so everybody on this live has been telling people to stock up on water, canned goods, non-perishable items, survival kits. But our people actually, like Mama said, a lot of our people gonna willfully go to the camps. They're gonna willfully go to the camps.
Yeah.
And they have a system, and they came out with it in 2004. It's a 3-color code. I know it's a red color code for rebels and people part of resistance groups. They're supposed to be executed on the spot. No ifs, ands, or buts, because they can't be reconformed to go along with the program. Then they have the I think it's the blue. It's so many of those people. That's the 85%. That then they have to sift them out and see which ones that they can conform to the agenda. Then you have the green. I think those are people that don't know what's going on, so it won't be no problem in conforming them. This is a plan that this is a strategic plan that they had 21 years ago. They had already had this in place. And all they got to do is go to the camps. They're going to have a weekend of festivities. You have Lil Wayne, Meg Thee Stallion, fucking Glorilla, Drake. You have all of them in one concert. The concert is free. And most of these men, it's sad, it's fucked up, it's funny, but most of the men gonna go to the camps if they got ESPN, spades, and a fucking commissary list. They're not gonna have no problem and Bible study. You know, they're not gonna have no problem getting them in there. And all they need for the women, 2 Asian families with a hair shop doing nails and stretch pants and bonnets. Them sisters gonna willfully. I'm telling you, this is how fucked up we are as a people, man. That they can do something, you know, and do something on such a low. This is lower than a low vibration, man.
Yeah.
You know, far lower, man. And it's sad, but I'm like Mom Earth. Fuck you. You know, if you ain't been prepared, I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna say sorry. Just stay away from the door. If other than my mother and the circle, you got one time to stop knocking on that goddamn door. One. You can be my brother. You know, yeah, we grew up together. Boom. Because you had the same amount of time, you had the same amount of information. A lot of your family members ignore the shows. They ignore the lives. They want to find something to keep them entertained and keep them comatose. And then when this shit hits the fan, then you want to run up under me. It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
They made me the butt of many jokes because I told them what I was seeing about 20 years ago, and they just made little jokes. You know, they called me the self-proclaimed prophet and all this old foolishness. But now they see it now, and I said, "So, what you think now? You think I'm still a self-proclaimed prophetess?" Because everything that I told them 20 years ago is actually happening now. I told them about 15 years ago about the school shootings and the mall shootings, and I was telling them what to do if they was to hear the pop pop pop, or they see people grabbing their throat, gasping for air, what to do. And they want to know, well, where do you get this information from? And that was 15, 20 years ago. And I told them, I said, I'm telling you because it's a warning. It was coming as a warning. Now I'm hearing them saying, you know what? I've thought about what you said. Remember a long time ago you had said, now, you know, they hearing it now, but they still ain't doing nothing about it. Ain't nobody stocking up nothing. Nobody's coming together to build a commune or some type of village. Everybody is still planning what they're going to do next year, and suppose next year don't come. This United States is going to suffer because this United States have been built and established on murder, rape, plumage, where every nasty, filthy thing they could have done, they have done it. So the chickens that came home to roost. These people are going to have to suffer. And I just pray that the ones that are on this Zoom and the ones that are listening to us will adhere to the warning now and start saving food for one another. Start building a relationship with a black owner of a farm that's willing to come in and start building areas so that we can stock food together. But if you ain't going to do it, you ain't going to do it. But don't come for us because we're getting ready
Yeah, I
now.
know how to
Because we
plan food.
already see the writing on the wall. We see the writing on the wall. We see what's happening. You go into the store. It blew my mind. I don't eat chicken like that because I'm pretty much leaning towards vegetarian. But I looked at how in the world somebody going to feed their children in a pack of chicken almost $20.
Yeah.
It's called when you let people control your everything and you allow them to govern you because you allegedly cannot govern yourself. This is what they're saying. When they call you Goya, that's dead cattle. When they put you in a position where they use you for everything. The American dream is every ethnic group making money off of black people. You better look at it,
Yes,
you better know it, and you better overstand it because it's happening right before our eyes. They come to us, they can come set up everything in our neighborhoods. Everything in our neighborhoods is crazy. And so that right there plays a part as putting another ethnic group above us that's supposed to be superior, well, yet and still they come to us for trend, for culture, for everything. And when the double jab took place, or when that particular thing happened, it made a lot of black people herbalists. Okay, we got through that. We learned how to clean blood. We got real knowledge on cleaning kidneys. We got real knowledge on cleaning a lot of things dealing with our body. Now we should have took that energy and kept building with it. But once the dust and the smoke started to clear, we went back as humble slaves on the plantation. On the plantation up under the corporation of the United States of America. And also dealing with the same thing as far as this topic, post-election disorder. It is going on right now. Too many videos are surfacing on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. People are showing their true colors. The world is showing their true colors. Yet and still, the black man and black woman is sitting at home sitting on their hands on the couch and watching TV. We have to get prepared. We must unify. Don't keep letting signs pass you up and then you just looking like a deer in the headlight. We got to be smart. We are the indigenous people of this world. We built this thing. Everything comes from us. Without us, there is no Western world. We are the architects and the minds of this world. And yet and still, they playing with your emotions, doing this so-called election. And what they doing is they're taking away a lot of the free world. Pretty soon, it won't be no free world. It won't be no more freedom of speech because we are playing right into their hands and we're not thinking. We're not thinking at all. We should have got something for our particular vote, but yet and still, some people get upset. Well, he's trying to put us back in slavery. We got no voice of our bodies. Come on, man. When you look, go research commerce. Go research commerce and see what it's all about. Everything that's so-called, they say, conspiracy theories that's tied to you dealing with bonds, bit bond, tort bond, performance bond. These are real bonds, charging instrument. That's what they use in court. There are a lot of things that we don't know about. We're not educating ourselves, and we're not even taking the time to do research. All we're doing is letting them keep punching us. I'm gonna say that word, punching us in our lower chakras. And we are just being transformed. We've been treated like tricks. That's what we're doing.
1-2 punch. You know, a lot of times when we say them, it's us too. It is us too. And when we look at this, those that are truly 10 toes down, boots in the ground, those that are true scholars that are committed, for uplifting our people, are overshadowed by those that are pretending and disguising themselves as scholars and liberators that are throwing our people under the bus, that are misleading our people. And when you mislead our people, you are assisting the globalists. You are assisting the globalists. When you look at Jay Morrison, Umar Johnson, all of this stuff, all of this stuff that lures our people into a world of illusion. This showbiz liberation, the false imagery, the false hopes, the false promises. And then a lot of our people, by the time they shake those individuals off, they've lost all trust with those who have their best interests at heart. So it makes us have to grind even harder to try to reach our people. This is why I'm saying, a lot of our people are going to fall. Some by default, some just by being misled, some by being misguided. Because when you had mentioned the 1% of the wealth that Ice Cube's saying, actually, we have about 90% of the wealth. But the black dollar doesn't last in the black community but 6 hours at best. And we're the biggest consumers on the planet. We're the inventors of everything. No one is supremely gifted like the original man and woman. But our people, it's hard to get through to our people when you have charlatans and other people disguised and under the auspices of being conscious, of being in the lead of this organization, and I'm getting ready to build this school, even though, man, our grandchildren will be great-grandchildren when they even paint the goddamn outside of the building. So, this is the illusion that we're under. Our people are under this spell work, man. And the reason why I speak on it, and I'm gonna start going in even deeper, because it affects the economic infrastructure among the poor. Because if we can tap into you know, all of us on that poverty level. I don't care how much you know, dress up and you can hotep and all that. All of us are on that poverty level, you know, but collectively we'll be the shot callers. We'll be the dominant force in the Black community where we create stores, you know, businesses, you know, clean our people up. You know, we have that power to do so. And this is why I say our ancestors are extremely pissed at us. And this is why a lot of stuff is happening to us, is being allowed to happen to us because of this misrepresentation, which is a heavy influence. You know, like the scriptures say, like the Bible, like the devil is a beautiful woman or pretty dude or whatever, real beautiful and real persuasive, but it's deadly. It's extremely deadly. So, you know, and that goes back to, you know, what Mom Earth was saying about planting food. You know, a lot of our people don't know what it is to put their hands in soil. They never planted a damn plant in their living room. You know, stuff as simple as that, man. You know, but it's gonna have to come a time where, you know, it's gonna happen, man. Now people actually don't believe that, man, because they think somehow the white man gonna miraculously save us.
He gonna point the cloud on the white horse with some sandals
Yeah.
on. Oh, my bad. He might have some Crocs on.
Yeah. Some Crocs, no underwear, and a night game.
You know what? One thing I do like, me and Ken be chopping it up. Go ahead, Ken.
Now, after you finish your statement, read
No,
with
go
the
ahead.
brother.
Go ahead. I was gonna say something.
Read with the brother Rob MCN said. After you finish your statement.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say something anyway, but go ahead.
That's what I was gonna say, brother man.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, I threw a question in the chat too about brother Rob MCM. He said Sankofa supported Trump. That's all facts. I put it in the chat. Can he explain if he's still listening, or if he's still on the show?
You talking about me?
Now he says Sankofa.
Oh.
Yeah, not
you talking about the light-skinned brother from New York?
I don't know who he is. His name Rob MCN. He says Sankofa supported Trump. That's all facts. I'm thinking he's talking about the organization Sankofa.
No, he said this Rob MCN from his live shows and being on this podcast, I have been paying attention. Sankofa supports Trump. Can't listen to him. Salute to Vokal Dialect. Okay, one thing you ain't gonna do, brother man. You looking at the show, you ain't gonna diss our brother and call yourself supporting us. So we ain't with that, brother.
He said, I'm supporting Trump.
Yeah, read what he said.
Rob CM, he said that's all fact.
And fuck him.
I thought he talking about the corporation.
Oh no, you know, he's a Kamalite. That's a clear indication he's a Kamalite wimp ass punk. Now chew on that, nigga.
People like that.
Rhonda Payne said, built it on blood, sweat, and tears. I guess she's talking about us as far as being indigenous people in America. But yeah, one thing is definitely for sure, as far as us as a people, we have to stay aware, unified, and we have to stay in tune. That's the best thing that we can do, and also also keep ourselves in a position where if something was to happen, we could definitely adjust. That's the main thing as far as us adjusting to this particular corporation, and like I tell many people, this is the corporation of the United States of America. And, which has filed bankruptcy, I think, about 3 times. And we are under this particular corporation. So there are things that are going to happen and things that we must pay attention to. So in this political arena, they've had a lot of people emotional, had a lot of people separate, they had a lot of people going against each other. Pretty much we had ourselves in a position where we was pretty much running like a rooster with our head cut off. So now the agenda has been switching as far as us today, us on this show, and we talking about the topic that we are talking about. A lot of people are upset because of the choices and the things that they have made. And now they're seeing their demise about it, because a lot of people are being laid off. A lot of people are not prepared. A lot of people has not done anything as far as them putting themselves in a position where if something happens, they can bounce back from it. We have not controlled a lot of our assets, and like Brother Shaka said, the dollar bill runs right through our hands ASAP. So when a dollar bill happens like that, it runs right through our hand ASAP. It doesn't stay with us at a certain period of time, then we're not going to be able to build no generational wealth, and we're not going to be able to have any type of influence as far as in our communities. And that's just pretty much it. Because don't forget, every ethnic group come and make money in our communities. They come open up shop and they get right to it. And when they open up shop and get right to it, we go over there happily and support them. It's time out. It's time out to stop supporting corporations. That's number one. Number two, we're gonna have to learn how to support each other as Black businesses. Stop going to these name brand coffee shops. Go to your local coffee shop in your neighborhood. Stop going to these name brand shops for certain things, especially cleaners and things of this nature. It's still sisters in the hood that who are seamstress. You know what I'm saying? There are still some brothers in the hood who are some very good code tailors. One thing Shaka also said is this: we create a lot of stuff. Everything that's going on came from us. You know what I'm saying? We got about 2 minutes left on the show. You guys want to go ahead and get your final remarks?
It don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah. Another response to whoever that dude was.
Rob MC.
I never voted in my life, but I'm gonna tell the truth, and that's a clear indication of post-election or disorder. Mm-hmm. You get emotional and you get in your feminine side kicks off. You know what I'm saying? But just stay where you at. Just stay where you at. You may want to kind of cross over and seek some type of help getting some testosterone, to deal with that disorder.
Well, he listened to your lies.
He don't act like it. Just say that.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about the corporation saying code for.
Yeah, I didn't know he
was talking about.
Yeah, I ain't know that's what I'm saying. That's the emotional part. That's the emotional part. Fuck both of them.
I will say this: the dust has cleared, so there's no time now. There's no time now to be pointing fingers. The dust has cleared. But I will say this though: there are so many political plots and plays that happen and that takes place. We have to decipher the information. We have to decipher a lot of things. One thing for sure, neither one of them is for us. Not one.
Exactly. Right.
Neither one. And Kamala specifically said, I'm going to do something for all people. So we have to really pay attention.
She's not going to do nothing specifically for Black people, but she done. Democrats done something specifically for the Asian with the crime hate bill. They done something specifically for the LGBTQ community and stuff. So how come how come you gonna sit up there and say you're not gonna do anything specifically for us? That tell you something right there.
And we already know 47 ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, so it is what it is at this point. Right now, it's time for us to unify, prepare, and beware. You get what I'm saying? That's the main thing. That's the point of us. That's what we do. That's why we have these lives. You know what I'm saying? To push the information, to push awareness of the information. We just don't push information on these lives too. We push information in the public as well. That's what I want to say as far as my closing remarks.
Yeah, so you can see all of us that's on this feed right now, as well as a couple of others, December 17th at the Amanati Griot. No, December the 7th, right?
7.
Yeah, December 7th.
That's right.
At the Amanati Griot. Come check us out. You know what I mean? And also, you can check out Vokal Dialect on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well. And also, you can check out the brother T. Shaka Sankofa on Facebook in the evening times between 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. He come on 3 times a week. So when the next time you coming on, Brother Shaka?
Well, I was planning on coming on Friday, but I know everybody gonna be watching Mike Tyson's antics, so it'll probably be Sunday.
Okay, Sunday about 8:30.
Sunday night, yeah.
Sunday night. So check this out. You diss our brother, right? It's our general. It's our brother. It's like dissing us. So don't diss our brother and try to get no shout out to us. That don't work that way. That's all I got to say. Peace.
All right, peace, family. Hey, another great show. Another good topic. I think the panel. You know what I'm saying? Without the panel, we wouldn't be who we are. We wouldn't know how to move how we move. Man, stay awake, stay aware. Peace, family. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I just ended the stream.